know how it was when I used to look up to my boxing trainer and them guys. I was like, these old dudes don't know what the hell they talking about. Nah, I ain't never said that. I used to listen to them. I hope the cop don't come bother me. Nope, he went right by me. Cop went right by me. I think he's gonna come bother me because I'd be over here. So, this place is closed, but I come in a lot because it's empty. But yeah, I was talking about dancing yesterday, but I ain't mention my man Rock. Because Rock was in New York. I was down south. When I was coming to New York, I was hanging out with Rock. And Rock, he used to dance, he called this sweat and blood. Sweat blood and don't sweat at all. That's what he used to be saying. Sweat blood and don't sweat at all. We used to be dancing cop just went by me. That's the K9 cop. I hope he don't bother me. But yeah, that's when we used to be dancing Big Daddy Kane and stuff like that. Let it roll, get ball. Let's can't hold back, forward man, control the discotheque, and what the heck? Off of that beat was Scoop Lover and Scrap Lover, Scoop Lover, Scrap Lover, and then Heavy D and the boys. Salt Pepper had their dances. Everybody had dances back then, boy. That was the thing. You was an MC, and you had to have dancers. MCs had to have dances, and the dances built to the side. And then it's like people started wearing flat tops. And they was coming on the stage dressed up with flat tops on, like baggy pants and stuff. And then MC Hammer came out. Everybody had dances. MC Hammer could dance pretty good. He was from Oakland, Oaktown. MC Hammer. Who else had dances? Everybody had dances back then. But Raz, you know, you had block parties in the hood, man. It should be fun. But Raz be out there doing this thing, boy. That shit's be fun. I thought I was gonna dance my whole life. I thought I was gonna dance the rest of my life. That's how much I used to like dancing. I used to be down south. I used to be down in Tennessee. I was in Tennessee and in Kentucky. I used to be doing this. I can't even do that shit no more. Cops keep going by. I can't even do that shit no more. I can't even do that shit. I can't even do that shit no more. Damn, it's amazing I can't even do that shit no more. Oh, so I was talking about boxing. Stop bullshitting and talk about boxing. Yo, I've been doing the same thing over and over again sometimes because a lot of times people watch my first video and they don't watch my next video. And they come on there cursing me out and shit like that. So I do the same thing a lot of times. Like I said, when you throw the hook is up here. And you know, and then like a lot of times when you get in closer to the guy, you gotta get close and work the body and push him. Man, you boxing, man. It's fighting, literally. It's fighting, really. It's legally fighting. So you got to do things to get the edge. I had one guy, when I was born in Gleason's, not Gleason's, Times Square. There used to be a gym on 42nd Street. Right across from the Gap. Where the Gap is on 42nd Street, the Gap used to be an OTB. That used to be the OTB. OTB is off-track betting. And that was the Gap. That was off to OTB. And that's when all the hustlers back in the days, that's when all the numbermen, the hustlers, the pickpockets, the fake jewelry, the 3-cart Molly guys, and what else? The fake jewelry. All the hustlers used to meet in OTB. That's where they would meet in the morning. And right across the street was Times Square boxing gym. You had to go upstairs. It was a big window. That was Jimmy Glenn's gym, they called it. We used to call it Jimmy Glenn's gym, or we called it Times Square. That was a rough and tumble gym. You Google it. That was a mean-ass fucking gym, boy. That was the bucket of blood gym right there. Then I started going to Gleason's later on. But that was the bucket of blood gym right there, boy. They had that's when Mark Gastineau. Remember Mark Gastineau played for the Giants, number 99. I forgot. I thought Mark Gastineau was a linebacker. I think he was a defensive end or a defensive tackle. But Mark Gastineau was boxing, and Mark Gastineau used to be. He was a big dude, boy. Big ass dude. I used to have all that shit on tape and lost all that shit. But anyway, the gym, Times Square gym was right across the street. Milano used to train there. Sugar Ray Robinson trained there. A lot of guys trained there. Larry Holmes trained there. But Larry Holmes, once he started making money, Larry Holmes had his own gym. Larry Holmes had a nice gym in Eastern Pennsylvania. I used to train at Larry Holmes gym. I trained in Philadelphia on Passy Street. I used to spar a guy named Vinny Bugazzi. I used to spar in Paterson, New Jersey. Paterson, New Jersey. That's when I boxed with Don Turner and Lenny Shaw. And I used to spar. That's when I used to spar Gotti, Attilo Gotti, and his brother Joe Gotti. His brother fought 154, 160. His brother got beat up by Terry Norris, and that was his last fight, I think. But I used to spar Gotti. I sparred Gotti from when he was 16-0 all the way till he fought. I think he fought Mickey Ward. And that's when he fought Mickey Ward. I think that's when it was. But I used to spar Attilo Gotti every day. We used to call him. We thought he was in the mafia. So we thought he was in the mafia, but he was like, nah, he ain't in the mafia, because he had that name Gaddy. Yeah, Attilo Gotti and Joe Gotti, Lightning Joe Gotti and Thunder Gotti, the brothers. He was a cool guy. People ask him, was he tough? He wasn't tough. He wasn't tough to me. His brother was tougher. His brother was a little slicker. His brother used to try to hold the back of my head and hit me. And I didn't complain. Don Turner told me that. Don Turner said, cut that shit out. Him. Let me see what. I spar him. I used to spar in Times Square. I trained in Gleason's when I tried to come back. And that's when I trained with Bobby Miles. My last fight was in LIU in Brooklyn. I got beat up. I got beat up. But I wasn't going to quit. I got beat from that corner to that corner, to that corner, to that corner, to that corner. I fought a guy, I ain't gonna tell you his name, but he was from Crump. He's from Detroit. He was pretty good. I mean, you just gotta be cool when you go in the ring, man. The whole thing is to be cool. Everything you do in the gym, do in the ring. It's no different. I'm looking at the front door. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a beautiful day out here today. I'm bullshitting, yo. What's today, Friday? What's today? Thursday, Friday? It's Friday. You guys gotta get my book offline, yo. Let me see, I can't, listen. I gotta read. I gotta squint. Let me see. Yeah, jab, 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 hook. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. This road work, man. I run. Let me see. I run down there. I live it's 1.5 miles one way. Actually, it's 1.3 miles. But what I do is once I get down the hill, I run back up the hill. And then I run back down the hill, and then I come back home. Yeah, you got to jab. Jab is everything. Listen to me. Every time you touch a guy, he got to start all over again. If you was playing the drums, right? You playing drums on a lunchroom table, making beats, and then somebody come along and start banging on your beat, and they fuck your beat up. The jab is the same thing. The jab is to break the guy's rhythm. You got to touch him. Touch him. Touch him. I tell you, like a cat. You ever see them cats on YouTube? Yeah. That's how you got to do it. When you get under the guy, when y'all fighting close, toe to toe, I'll tell you a secret. Put your leg in the middle of his leg. That way he can't run. Put your leg in the middle of his leg. Keep your head down and go to work, man. You hit him, man. Hit him anyway. Hit him all. Hit him. Y'all fighting 10 rounds. Y'all fighting 10 rounds. Hit him. Hit him anyway. All up in here. Hit him. I should be wear and tear. Y'all gonna be for. That's something. Know you're gonna be here all night. We're gonna be all night doing this shit. Hit him. Hit him. And when you hit him with a good punch, you hit him with a good punch, do it again right away. Do it again right away. Do it again right away. You like this? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, boom, 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 boom. 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 Boom, boom. Do it again. Right away. Do it again. Do it again right away. That's what Don used to yell. He used to yell like that. Do it again. You hit a guy with a good left hook. Do it again. That's how he used to say, do it again. It's a hurt sport, man. Shit, you touch gloves one time and that's it. Touch gloves one time and that's it. You see when what you call him touch gloves? Well, Mayweather knocked him out. I had a friend named Victor Miller. He used to do that until I learned. Stop touching gloves all the time. People get too You learn that in the amateurs, but in the pros, man, you gotta protect yourself at all times. Protect yourself at all times, literally. And don't be turning your back on the guy and all that other shit. And if you don't want to fight, don't fight. But if you get in that ring to fight, you gotta give it your best. Because if not, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna be talking like you got bubble gum stuck in your mouth. Like I say, you like this, getting ready. And the bell ring, you skip. Don't walk to the man. When the bell ring, you don't do this. Fuck all that. Y'all touch gloves. Touch gloves and go back to your corner. And when the bell ring, you come out to fight, man. Ding. You skip to him. Iron Pryor, that guy was a beast. He used to just come out and fight right away. Him and Terrence Ali. All right, y'all. I'm ready to go. Before I go, I was thinking about something. Fellas, if the prettiest girl in the club like you, don't be surprised. All right? You know what I'm saying? I had this girl. She liked me. She was nice, too. And I blew it. But the reason I think men do stupid shit like that is because you think less of yourself. All your life growing up, Mom used to say, sit your stupid ass down. Sit your dumb ass down. Sit your fucking ass down if I give you something to cry about. Talk nice to your children. Talk nice to your children and let them know how good they are. Let them know how great they are. And let them know they got the potential in them to be the best. Don't talk down to your children. Don't be yelling at them and talking to them like dogs and shit. We was arguing about that on Facebook. Don't talk down to your children. Tell them how beautiful they are. And not only beautiful, but let them know, man. Let them know they got the potential to be great. Let them know they're not dumb. They're not dumb. They're not stupid. They're not ugly. Stop talking down to your kids, man. Talk to them nice. You should never even have to yell at your children. I count on one hand how many times they yelled at my daughter. I never hit her. I don't do that shit. What the fuck am I here for? All right, y'all. Let me get out here. What's going on out here? Let me answer some questions real quick. Let me see. What did I say? Yes, sir. Get that work. Yeah, of course. Get that work, brother. That's right. Happy Friday. That's right. Who that? You know what? I started wearing glasses, reading glasses. I think the reading glasses mess my eyes up more. See, I've been breaking a sweat. Look at that. I've been breaking a sweat. Now I'm going to stop and see what you got. Get off the mic before it get too hot. We're going to see which parts can dance the best. I forgot the rest. Well, right here. All right. That's enough of that shit, y'all. That's enough of that shit. Alright? Like I said, y'all, take it easy. Happy Friday. Let me see what's going on. Let me answer some more questions before I go. When did I start boxing? I started late. I started when I was 24. I was living in Kentucky. And I said, man, and there used to be a gym up at Willie's Burgers. You ever see the movie Paid in Full? And everybody standing in front of Willie Burgers in the morning? It used to be a gym. I said, man, when I go back to New York, I'm going to box. I was 24 years old. And I went back to New York and the gym was closed. That shit was closed. So then, I started going to the one in the Bronx. I found the one in the Bronx on 83rd and Webster. And I started in that one. And a guy named Rick and Ralph used to train me. Ralph was black, but he looked Puerto Rican. And Ralph was Puerto Rican. That's what I learned. Rick and Ralph. And I used to be in there with Victor Miller, Junior Niquay, Jeffrey Griswold, Sean Daughtry, Michael Brown came from that gym. Who else? The guy that Bernard Hopkins fought. I can't think of his name. Frazier, the police officer, the cop, that got knocked out by Roy Jones. He was training in there. Larry Barnes used to come in there. Yeah, it was a nice little gym. And then I turned pro. I turned pro with Don Turner. They saw me fight in the Empire State Games. Yep. What's going on out there? Who else is out there? Let me see. Paid in Full, right. There was the Willie's Burger. It used to be a gym. In fact, SNS was up there. SNS, the club. I never went to the SNS. I was down south when the SNS was popping. I didn't go there. But I know right in the front upstairs was the boxing gym. And Carla Truth Williams was training. When I started cutting hair, Carla Truth Williams was working out there. That's what Carla. A lot of boxers trained in there. New York City used to have a lot of boxing gyms, but then it died down because the rent is so high. The rent be killing everybody in New York. The rent kill everything in New York. You can't have shit in New York City because of the rent. Gleason's gym, the one in Brooklyn, used to be tremendous. That was a big-ass gym. The rent, they had to make it smaller. That was a big gym. That gym used to have 3 boxing rings when I was in there. They had 2 boxing rings, and 1 ring was for wrestling. And professional wrestlers used to train in there. Them dudes would be big as fucking hell, boy. Them fucking wrestlers be slamming each other. And then there was a gym on 149th. We say 149th and 3rd Avenue, but it's really on Westchester. We used to call that Gladys Gym. It was a lady in there. She used to run it. Puerto Rican lady named Gladys. I miss Gladys. And then some Russians took it over. And then I don't know what happened after the Russians bought it. Some Russians took it over. Because Russians like boxing too. Sergei Kovalov. Привет, как дела? Привет, как дела? That's how you say hello, I think he's saying Russian. Привет, как дела? Yeah, and that's how I was training in there. I trained in all them gyms, man. I used to train in Philly. I trained in Joe Frazier's gym. Joe Frazier's gym was on Broad Street, right under the underpass. I trained in Larry Holmes' gym in Eastern Pennsylvania. I trained on Passyunk Street in Philadelphia. I trained in Paterson, New Jersey. There's 2 gyms in Paterson, New Jersey. There's 2 gyms in Paterson. I can't remember the other one. I used to train there. And the brothers used to train there. The Toledo brothers.